Hello.
Hi,
Hi, how are you today?
I'm okay.
Good. Okay, so let's jump right in. I'd like to tell you a little bit about how we're going to work together,
Sure.
and I'd like to ask you to give me a little bit more of an idea of what's going on with you,
hmm
and then if we decide to move forward, let's uh, let's talk about how that's gonna look. How's that sound?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so just really briefly, a little bit about me. So I am a member of the Canadian Counselling and Psychotherapy Association. And the reason I tell that to you is because I'm working within an ethical framework. And so I want you to know, it's important for you to know that your interests are top of mind and your best interests are what's most important here. That's number one. Number two, there's the issue of confidentiality. So I want you to know that what you say here stays here, except if I believe that there's a minor or a vulnerable adult at imminent risk or there's some type of danger. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. All your information will be stored and maintained securely. If I have to talk with a supervisor about you, but it would be anonymous, are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I want to talk a little bit about what we're going to do today. I want to cover like the practicalities of things. So if you want to continue on with me, it'll be most likely one day a week. You tell me how you feel about this. It's one day a week. We're going to meet at a certain time. We'll meet here. We've discussed my fees. It's $125 an hour, but I have a sliding scale, so you let me know if you need some flexibility with that. And those are the practical details. So how do those details sound to you?
Sound fine.
Okay, good. So the other thing I wanted to mention is that if we start to work together, I'd like to suggest that we take our sixth session or so to re-examine where you're at, and we do a bit of an evaluation, and then you tell me when you feel like you want to evaluate and change course, and so that's another way that we're going to work together. Does that sound
Okay. Yeah.
okay? So tell me how you are feeling and what brought you here today.
I'm feeling a little stuck and feeling a little down, so I just need to kind of figure out how to move forward.
So what are you feeling stuck with, do you think? Do you feel?
I just need to make some changes in my life, but it's scary.
What kind of changes are you thinking about?
I think I would like to maybe have a career change. I think I'd maybe like to, meet someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that.
What are you doing now?
I'm a legal secretary.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been doing that for a little over 15 years.
So when you think about going back to school, what comes to mind? What would you like to study?
Well, I'm kind of all over the place because I think at this point I'd like to do anything other than what I'm doing. So I'm having a hard time kind of really even narrowing that down. But I just feel like if I don't go to school, it's harder to make a career change.
That makes sense. So when you say harder, what ways is it harder?
Well, I guess financially, there's got to be some, when you go to school, you're not making any money. So it has to be financially doable to do that. And I don't know. I don't know what to expect from school. It's been a long time.
What made you?
And I don't really know what I want to study.
So would you like us to work together and narrow it down a little bit?
I think I'd like to work on my my confidence more in terms of, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. When was the last time you were in a learning environment?
So I guess when I was studying to be a legal secretary 30 years ago.
Okay. Have you started taking steps or making some plans to go back to school?
Just thinking about it, but I haven't really done anything more than just that.
And so
Yeah.
can you tell me a little bit more about your mixed feelings?
Um, well, as I said, just, needing to make a change, but it's kind of scary to make a change. Sometimes knowing what you can expect is easier than taking a risk because you don't know what to expect.
Yeah, you don't know what to expect.
Hmm.
The last time you think you made a change in a desirable direction?
Oh, you know what? I can't think about that. I don't know. Right now, life is just about doing stuff day to day.
So what do you think would be um, what does this type of change look like for you? How do you see it happening?
I think maybe setting aside some real time to look into possible options and just
Yeah.
um, looking at some real possibilities, like what courses are available, how much they are, what the commitment is. Um, Maybe those kinds of things at first would be good.
I think those are excellent ideas. Um, so do you see yourself carving out some time in the next week or 2 weeks and sitting down and or do these feelings of anxiety or panic do they get in the way?
Okay, you know what? I couldn't hear anything you just said.
So I'm happy to repeat that. So you prepared to sit down maybe within the next couple of weeks and put some time into this, or do you want to talk about it or talk it through more?
We can talk about it now.
Okay, so tell me some of the little steps that you've taken in the direction of going back to school. Have you been going?
I guess I've just been kind of, um, I don't know, ask people what they do and what they like about what they're doing, and kind of that's really it. I really haven't taken any concrete steps, in all honesty.
Would you be interested in working with a job coach or a vocational coach?
I would if it wasn't an additional expense, yes. If it was
Okay.
some kind of a service that didn't have to cost more money at this time.
Okay, so there are free resources for that. So why don't we put that aside as a goal or an objective in the near future to get you started with um,
Hmm.
at least looking into ideas that interest you. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Okay, great. So we'll put that goal aside. So and we'll take it day by day and step by step. And what would be your ultimate goal in terms of going back to school? What do you want to accomplish in the next, let's say, months?
Maybe decide on a program and figure out how I'm going to fund it.
Okay, good. So we'll talk about that too.
Hmm.
What else is on your plate these days? What else is pressing?
Well, I have 3 kids, and everyone's got their own different challenges, and so that's always consuming. And I have a lot of friends, but I guess it would be nice to meet someone and have as a partner.
That makes sense. Um,
Mm.
when you think about having a partner, how does it make you feel? What goes through your mind?
Well, a little bit scary because that's also another kind of big, life adjustment, but also kind of, I don't know, exciting at the prospect of starting something new and different.
Okay. Um, I think that I'd be happy to talk to you more about that. Have you taken any steps in that direction?
No.
Okay.
No.
So maybe next time we can talk about dating and your kids now, but we're running out of time.
Okay.
Um, just I wanted to do a quick summary with you today and
Sure.
let you know that we focused on going back to school and that we set aside a goal to look into free vocational programs
Sure.
to get the ball rolling with that.
Mm-hmm.
And so are you thinking, would you like to progress? Would you like to move forward?
Sure.
Okay, that's great. So why don't we meet here, same time, same day,
Mm-hmm.
week,
Yeah.
and I'll have some information for you about that vocational support,
Okay, great.
and we can explore some other issues.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, great.
Bye.